Hi guys, it's your best bud here, Danky Dan, bringing you another great episode of Roll Your Own the series, sponsored by Mainly Medicated. Today we're in Woolwich, Maine, at Farley's Cannabis Farm with the lovely Sarah Small.
Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. Let's go inside and see what you guys have.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome, thank you. This is full spectrum hemp elixir.
Yes, it is. So that's just a basic hemp tincture that we sell here. It's probably one of the more popular products we have. Yep, by all means. It's 600 milligram bottle. And the reason that's important is because we formulated it so 1 drop equals 1 milligram of CBD for ease of dosing. Because what happens is some folks will say I need to take 20 milligrams, but then they're like messing with the ml droppers, and as you probably know, the numbers wear off, so then you're trying to measure it. We wanted it to be an ease for people and kind of take the intimidation factor out that I think prevents people from wanting to engage with CBD products.
Yes, definitely. When you can take that out, it definitely helps people ease of use. You know, people,
yes. Yep. We grew that in our front yard last year through the state of Maine, the hemp farming program, and then my other half, Scotty Lett, Alternative RX in Bodenham, he processes it all. One thing that's important for us too is testing the products, because that's another thing people are afraid of, I think, is the strength and also the purity and also the safety of the products. So we have full panel tests that we can show any customer that asked about it.
And I see you have some beautiful flower over here, concentrates, a couple edibles. You want to tell me a little bit about these products, if you make them or who makes them, where you get them?
Yeah, sure thing. So our flowers here are all grown here at Farley's. We really take a lot of care and attention to the fact that, you know, some people are using this for pain relief, some people relaxation, some people literally need it to live. So we're really intentional with the strains that we grow and the care that we give the plant. I always say smoking cannabis isn't addictive, but growing it is. It really becomes all-consuming. So we only carry our own flowers at this point. And as far as some of the concentrates, we do send some of our oil out to labs to make it concentrates, but we've also been carrying Greenfellas oils, and we just started with East Coast Gold. I like East Coast Gold because they test all their products and the batch numbers are right on the package, because to us testing is imperative. And for edibles, we carry the chocolate bars from True Bloom, and they've been really great to work with, and then the drinks from East Coast Gold and some bonbons from Pont Pain Kitchen in Portland. I really like working with some of the smaller producers and, you know, kind of forming relationships with them to move forward, just because we have such a great shop and establishment to give everybody a platform.
Definitely. And it helps the local business. Some people out there have really good products and they don't want to do the store.
Yes.
They don't have any interest in that. They just want to either grow or make the edibles. So it's good to give them a chance. And like I've said before, it's hard to have exceptional product in everything. You know, it's much better if you could focus on 1 or 2 things and then.
Yeah, being a jack of all trades, it works, but I feel like with Maine's market, we have the most educated consumer base in just about the whole country. You can't fool them. You can fool them once, but you can't fool them twice. So if you don't have really top-notch product, they're going to see through it and they're not going to visit your establishment. And I think that's a bonus for the patients and consumers, because if it really is all about them, we need to keep, I always say, you know, I'm not competing with the store down the road or the next town. I'm always just competing against myself, trying to do it better and better. And I know sometimes people online see like the pictures and the stories and come in the store, they don't realize all the failures we see.
Right.
There's a lot of failures. You don't see all those pretty flower gardens you see on Instagram and Facebook. Somebody's gone in, you know, turned this plant around, pulled that leaf, restaked it. I mean,
it's all staged.
Yes, it's all staged. Even my own photos, there'll be 200 photos before the one I post. And that's why I try to give a lot back to new growers, like especially in some of like the Growing Cannabis Outdoors group in Maine, because these people are feeling defeated because they're not, doesn't look like the photos, but it's farming. It's not always pretty.
You're gonna have failures. I've had tons of failures in my gardens. You know, and plants just died. I had one die this year. died.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, and I always say I don't judge the grower by how many successes they've had. I grow it by how many failures they've combated. Like if you know how to safely eradicate pests, you know how to diagnose, you know how to keep a clean garden. That's all. It's resume builders. If somebody applied for a job and they said, "Well, I've never had bugs," I'd say, "Well, I'm not going to hire you because you don't know what you're looking for."
Right.
So.
You're not a tried and true grower. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%.
And I'm at the storefront, but my heart's in the garden, and I do feel bad because first opening the store, I've been pulled away from that, but my heart's really with growing. It's learning about, you know, even now I have mentors. I bring a consultant in twice a year, and some people are like, well, you've been doing this 7-8 years. It's like, yeah, but if you're not learning, you're not moving forward.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of hungry kids out there that want to get ahead.
Yeah, and they will take your spot.
Oh,
They definitely will.
Yeah.
I work all the time myself, being in this industry.
Yeah.
And my wife asked me, well, why do you work so much? Because if I don't, you know, somebody else will take this opportunity.
Yeah.
So a lot of work goes into this.
Yes, I would really love to see more women, young women get involved. I mean, gardening and horticulture and farming, it's a science-based field, and a lot of women, you know, shied away from science throughout their life. And I'd love to see more women get involved and realize there's a place for them besides, you know, out of the compliance department and the bud tenders, and really get, you know, their hands dirty.
Definitely.
So.
I do like the cannabis industry for that because it is one of the highest industries that are taking women into the industry, and women are actually able to become managers and company owners and stuff. So that's definitely good. I'm glad you touched on that.
So this is Granny Mac. This is from Capulator. He's out on the West Coast. It's Colombian times Mac. Mac stands for Miracle Alien Cookies. We've found it's a really good strain for folks for daytime, energetic, and just a general like well-being, you know, maybe good for folks with depression. It's very fuely, has like a fuely taste to it, but not overpowering. So it's definitely been a huge hit. This was our first run with it. I think it's definitely going to be a staple at the farm. It hits all the buttons that we look for as far as in the garden for formation, root development, ease of cloning, and then it hits all the buttons for the patients that come in. They seem to really enjoy it, so I look forward to growing it in the future. Well, this is Caramel Candy Kush from Dynasty Genetics that has like a, I'd say almost like a burnt sugar or coffee undertones to it. I say it's a good daytime indica for folks because it only tests about 16% THC. So it's good for relaxation, but you can still get things done. All right, this strain right here has been a fan favorite for 2 years at the farm. This is Maine's Wizard Punch. This is from the Captain's Connection. It's Blissful Wizard times Purple Punch. It's very, I'd say, giddy feeling. It's good for laughter. These big guys that are all burly coming and buy it because I think it's the only time they laugh is when they have it. It's got like blueberry muffin undertones. It's high THC. It's great for relaxation, but not like really melting you into the couch. It's by far our best-selling strain. It's often imitated, duplicated, but I haven't seen it really done to the pheno that we have, and that's why pheno hunting is so important. But this Wizard Punch is by far a favorite here at Farley's.
Thanks for joining us with another episode of Roll Your Own, the series, brought to you by Mainly Medicated. Make sure next time you're in the Woolwich area that you stop down to Farley's Cannabis Farm.
We'll see you at the farm!
Finding cannabis in your area is as easy as 1, 2, weed with Mainly Medicated. Mainly Medicated. Find, rate, and review cannabis providers near you. Visit mainlymedicated.com. Finding cannabis in your area is as easy as 1, 2, weed with Mainly Medicated. Mainly Medicated. Find, rate, and review cannabis providers near you. Visit mainlymedicated.com.